Hey guys, so I just had a super insightful meditation that I wanted to tell you about here. So this is about essentially Christ consciousness. So I was just meditating and Jesus was like, "Oh, I want to show you something." And I was like, "Okay." Actually, I interrupted him at first and then I was like, "I probably shouldn't do that." So then he was like, "I want to show you this." And he just showed me heaven. And I'm like, "Okay." And then he said, "You created this with your mind. Just right now, you just created this." And he told me this is what is meant by um, creating, storing treasures in heaven. So I don't know if that made any sense, but what came from this was that I can create, and I'm going to tell you in something about this even deeper here. So we have this idea of heaven, right? We create it with our minds. Even if you follow the Bible or you follow this religion or that religion, it doesn't matter what you follow. You have this created idea of what heaven must be like. And then you hear people who have NDEs, near death experiences, and then they tell you, and it's just like what I thought it was. Jesus was there and all the people were there. So I have this friend, and she has died 3 times and had 3 different NDE experiences. So she's like, what happens? There's no way to know because each time it was completely different than the previous time. Completely different. So this is what he's talking about, storing. So it was storing up treasures in heaven. Storing up treasures in heaven. That was what he said to me. This is called storing treasures in heaven, meaning you've created this idea of heaven, and so you're storing that up, and you're creating that. So if I was to die, my vision of heaven that I have would be whatever I've created for myself, and I would then experience that. And so this is talking about storing up your treasures in heaven. And so I was like, well, I don't want to wait till I die. Like, what are we doing here now? And so he says to me, this is a playground where we get to do the same things that we get to after we pass, but it's more like a game, that there's way more to it. And we know this coming in. And we essentially get to play around here with the energies, and how we do that is through our beliefs and through our emotions and all the spiritual insight. So I'm like, well, now I'm just going to ask, what the purpose of that is. Anyways, I'm just going to start channeling a message here because I know what I'm trying to say, but the words aren't coming out right. So I think it'll probably be better if I just channel this. So, storing up treasures in heaven. Can you explain more of this to me? It means creation begins with our consciousness. Our thoughts are consciousness seeds that we plant and that begin to sprout and expand and grow. Our thoughts are very important while we're here on earth. After we pass, the thoughts are not the same because we are in the flow with the divine. So, okay, think of it this way. Our thoughts that we have can either allow or stop the flow of the divine from being in our life. So if we don't have any thoughts, then we can't stop this flow. So after we pass, our thoughts stop, they cease, and we are just in our soul form. We are just in being. Now, this is a wonderful experience, and we get to experience all of these wonderful things. But the thoughts at that point of death are now no longer necessary. So while we're here, okay, I'm just going to ask a question. So why are we here? We're here to play around with these energies. Thought equals consciousness. Consciousness equals creativity. Creativity equals visible matter, and our view of it. Okay, so what's the purpose? The purpose is to explore these finite details of creativity and consciousness, and to remain in control of thoughts through meditation, therefore not getting lost in the earthly drama and games that control the earth. Okay, well, why though? Why? What's the purpose for evolution of consciousness? Earth is consciousness's evolutionary playground. Everything emanates from Earth's magnetic field out into the cosmos, causing a ripple effect. This ripple effect is creativity made visible. It expands to the farthest reaches of our galaxy and beyond that, as all new thought creates explosive repercussions, which expands our universe for eternity, like for always and always and always. So any new thought, any original new thought creates this expansion. So why Earth? Why do we need this? It is the one place in the entire universe where there is a perfect balance of dark and light. We have found that this dark has been a necessary means of creating more light. Now, here on Earth, people shy away from the darkness, and there is guilt and shame attached to the darkness. Anywhere else in the universe, this does not exist. It is seen as a natural flow, like a natural ebb and flow of the universe. Out of this darkness, creativity expands. Suffering on Earth is needed and necessary for this consciousness expansion. This, however, is shifting currently as we speak, as an era of light is being introduced into the cosmos. This is going to create peace deeper than ever experienced before on this planet, and also therefore in the universal realm. Okay, why is this cosmic shift coming? It's coming because it is a natural progression. I'm just hearing forward momentum, future cataclysmic events that will occur towards the end of this Earth year will create a necessary shift in perspective among the humans still present at that time. And this shift will cause a dramatic shift of events on Earth to the point where we will begin to not recognize Earth as it used to be in form, in matter, in all ways, in any of the ways. Earth will be unbelievably shifted. There will be a group of people who will have a strong hold on the element of pure love at this point. This shift is happening in the days, weeks, and months ahead. This shift will be very obvious to those people experiencing it, as they will no longer be ashamed or have guilt of anything that has happened in the past, and will accept this new way of being. This, anyways, pure love will shift the planet forward. There will be progress forward momentum. The momentum that is going to begin over the next few weeks, months, days, and years will be noted throughout history. You are living in a very important time right now. So if you are here, and especially if you are here and listening to this, then this message is for you. I'm going to tell you the important things to know over the coming weeks, months, and years. The first most important thing to note is that pure love will be channeled through this message. So if you are hearing it, you are receiving it at a subconscious level, even if you cannot feel it. These words will create healing at a deeper level inside of you than they have in the past. Just notice over the next couple of days after hearing this message how you actually feel lighter, more light-bodied. The second most important thing to know: pure love in all of its forms will begin to flow to the planet. This will be very obvious for anyone with eyes to see and ears to hear. This begins happening the end of next week. Changes will occur rapidly over the next 3 weeks to the end of February. More important to note than these changes are the feelings that have changed within you. The visible reality in which you live has been shifted through creativity, beginning with your thoughts, the mind. Okay. The third most important thing to know is that beginning next week, there will occur a shift, a paradigm shift towards I don't know what to say. I'm hearing war and peace at the same time. Okay, that's because this is a split. So those who are choosing peace at this time will 100% choose it. And those who are choosing war at this time will 100% be choosing it. There will be a separation. We are going to be separated. Now, the beginning of this might not be so obvious, although right now you already know which side you have chosen. There is no wrong side to choose. As I said before, only earth shames the darkness with guilt and shame. You do, however, have a choice, and if you choose to choose peace, you will be protected while here on earth. This will not have any influence on the karma that you have already set forth in the world. Choosing peace over war will be a karma of its own making. Now, the fourth most important thing to note during this era of peace and love is that separation will not be obvious to those who are unaware. They will not see it. They will refuse to see it. And this opportunity for separation will not be chosen by them. Whereas we will choose this for higher progress, higher spiritual progress. What a wonderful gift this is. This time, this era of peace and love transcends all human knowledge and beliefs, as the shift that occurs astrologically will be enormous. Okay, this is the fifth and last thing. The fifth most important thing to note at this time is that during these next coming weeks, these next couple of weeks during February, things that have been separated because during the previous years, choices that have been made will come back together. Things that have been separated because of choices that have been made will come back together. Opinions of those who are in power about what is happening on this earth are inconsequential, not truth. Don't listen to what they have to say, as many of them are aware of the truth, but are hiding it from those who could benefit from knowing this truth. Stand firm in your power, and the love of the divine peace will flow through your life and experiences over the next few weeks, months, and years for those of you who are choosing peace over war. Sorry if you can hear that playing really loudly. Okay, any closing notes you want me to say? Jesus loves us very much. The shift that is occurring is a Christ consciousness shift. Many will be determined to stick with the old ways of being, but this is important to know that sticking with the old ways of being will not reap the rewards of the future like it would have in the past, because the shift is enormous towards peace and fulfillment. Okay. Whew. Sorry, I felt like some of that I was even confused when speaking it, so hopefully that made sense to you guys. I'm gonna watch this so I can see what's going down. But I do know that over the next little bit, things are going to be shifting here, and I'm super pumped about it. Yeah, this is going to be enormous, whatever it is. But we're prepared, and we're here for a reason right now. So, thanks for watching. Do let me know, do you prefer the video? Do you prefer the audio? Do you whatever? I don't know, my messages are all over the place. Anyways, I love you guys, and thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video.